Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with everybody. It's 10:30 a.m. and my room looks like this. So, yeah, we're gonna fix this really quickly. But first, I need breakfast. And then we'll revisit. Okay, so I know I don't need to justify, but I just feel a need to explain. I went home this past weekend. I visited where I'm from in upstate New York for literally the first time since I moved here in September of 2020. So it was quite the trip because I literally haven't been home since. But with that being said, I flew back yesterday. My flight was at 5:50 in the morning. So we got up at like 4 in the morning. And then I went out with friends last night, which was like the worst decision I could have made. But then a part of me is like, Liv, like act your age, like you're 22, like you need to like kind of try to make memories, because sometimes I'm like, I have so much work to do. And then I'm like, can you act like a 22-year-old? I don't know. Coming full circle, circling back, I'm just trying to say I'm tired. The biggest tragedy though right now, like the last thing that I want it to be the reality is that we're out of strawberries and nut butter. How is Livfiit supposed to have our oatmeal? And it's not even like we have like a banana for a substitute. We have nothing because we've been gone. So I'm like, so we're gonna go and get that, and also a matcha. I guess we're gonna pretend. This was a need, not a want. Okay, so for the first little baby vlog of the 12 days of Livfiitmas, I figured it'd be a great time to talk about how to stay positive during the winter months. These are just some things that like help me out, that I'm sharing to maybe help you out, because I know it's not always easy to feel like chipper and upbeat when it's dark and cold and there's not a lot of sunshine outside. So my very first tip, which this is something that I'm recently getting into, is to prioritize self-care. Now, this is something that I didn't really have any sort of like self-care routine, because I didn't really understand the difference between like self-care and like mindful practices, if you will. Like I was like, I'm taking care of my headspace via like journaling, like you guys know, meditation, all the stuff that I do. I was like, I don't really understand like what like is the difference with self-care. But I recently have developed like a skincare routine. I've been being more intentional with hair care products, and I finally get it now. Like I understand. There's something about like doing an actual act to give yourself self-love, such as like a skincare routine, hair care routine, getting massages, taking baths, that just is like, I don't know. So I really want to share with you guys my skincare as of lately, because it's been making me feel so much more like comforted. So this video is actually sponsored by the beautiful skincare company Osea, and when I tell you, I have not felt more aligned with the skincare company, like I'm not kidding. And honestly, when they reached out, I was like, this is the uni telling me like, Liv, it's time for you to get a skincare routine, because like you need to get it going. They're just like my ideal skincare company. So first of all, all of their products are made in California. They're based out of Malibu, California, and their whole entire brand is just centered around like naturally derived skincare products, and they're very environmentally friendly. So Osea stands for Ocean, Sun, Earth, and Atmosphere, which is so freaking cute. All of their bottles are glass. Everything is gluten-free, vegan, and cruelty-free, and just all of their stuff is just from like naturally derived ingredients, which if you know me, I love to keep things natural. So the first product that I really wanted to share with you guys is their Undaria Algae Body Oil. This stuff is the holy grail. I live in Utah, so the air here is so dry regardless, and then you're on top of that when it's like winter season. Say your prayers, sister. And I wouldn't say I have dry skin. I have like dried normal skin, definitely not oily. So I literally use this straight up as just a lotion. I put this everywhere and it just makes your skin, like, it gives your skin an immediate glow, hands down, just super shiny and just like this glowy texture. I love it. It definitely does feel like an oil on your skin, but not greasy by any means, and it does soak in really nicely into the skin. And it's also infused with seaweed, so I can't say enough good things about this. I absolutely love it. I just feel like I'm splashing the ocean moisture on my skin when I use all of their products, being in the dry mountains. And then I figured I would just show you guys everything else that I've been using, because I always get questions on my skincare routine. So I've been using them for a few weeks now and I just love their stuff. Like, I don't know what else to say. So this is their ocean cleanser, and it says it's a pH balanced formula to remove surface impurities and excess oils. And this also does wash off your makeup as well. Again, is infused with seaweed for mineral rich hydration for a clear, radiant complexion. And it's so light but cleansing, and it does not make my skin feel dry at all. I really used to struggle with that with face washes, which is kind of why I boycotted washing my face for a while, like with actual soap every day, because it would just always strip my skin. But this makes me feel like still, like my skin is still plump. Does that make sense? Like, it just doesn't dry it out, so I love it. And then I've been following it up with 2 serums. So I have their hyaluronic C serum, which this stuff is absolutely amazing. And again, it's a marine serum to smooth fine lines and provides visible lift, and it maintains optimal moisture levels all day long. And I love the little pump. Like I said, everything is glass bottles, so I love it. And I love the little teeny pump. Again, immediately makes my skin feel so glowy and look so glowy. Then I go in with their anti-aging C serum as well. This says it promotes a brighter complexion, improves skin elasticity, and reduces the appearance of wrinkles. Also is free of essential oils. Then at the end of all that, I go in with a moisturizer, again to moisturize the skin because the air is so dry here. So this is their Seabiotic water cream, and it comes in this cute little teeny tub. I absolutely love it. And it says Next Wave Hydration, and it's a nutrient rich weightless water cream, delivers an instant boost of hydration to thirsty skin exposed to pollution and blue white light. Again, this is also seaweed infused and free of essential oils. So like I said, they use like natural earth elements in these skincare products, and that's why I freaking love them. I just feel so aligned with this brand, like in terms of my values and like what the things that I want to put into my body and use on my body. And then this last product, which like if I were you guys, I'd be like, okay, I could probably skip that, but I actually really love this. It's their Salts of the Earth body scrub. And if you know me, I'm like obsessed with New Zealand and Hawaii. So this has salts from like different parts of the world, including New Zealand and Hawaiian red sea salt. Those salts in here are what helps to like actually exfoliate the skin. But then the kicker is that there's also shea butter and avocado oils in here, which actually hydrates the skin and leaves it feeling like plump and firm and smooth. So this like exfoliates the skin while also hydrating it and leaving it really freaking soft. So the reason why I'm saying all this is because I always get like little bumps on my bum or like the back of my arms, and I put this freaking on there and exfoliated that, and I'm not even kidding, like after the first use it helped dramatically, and now like I genuinely don't have them. Like, I am shocked at how much this helps, because again, it exfoliates and then also hydrates. So now it just feels so smooth everywhere, if you know what I'm saying. So I cannot say good enough things about Osea. Like, I just love every single thing about the company, from the packaging to the branding to the actual products. So you could use code Livfiit10 if you want to try them out for yourself. I'll have a link to their website down in the description box below as well. And just also, if you use my code, it also helps just tell the brand that like I sent you, if you will, or that you knew about them from seeing my video and whatnot. So it just helps support me all around. So yeah, that's my first tip, is just to prioritize self-care, because since I started doing it, I just feel so much more like rejuvenated, more cared for, more put together. And like, also side note, like in the winter months when I get paler and like my skin isn't in the sun, like I just struggle to feel like have that summer glow that you normally have. So like turning to kind of more naturally based products to help like nourish my skin, nourish my hair, makes me feel better, more put together, and not as drab for the winter months. Okay, second tip, numero dos, is to keep a clean space, whether it being your room, your office, your workspace, because we are inside for more often than we would really be in the summer, I assume. At least for me, I'm inside way more. So like if you're already feeling like unmotivated, kind of down, like a messy space is not going to help, that's for freaking sure. So I just do my best. I'm not like the best at this, but I've been trying to get better, especially since moving here to Utah, of just trying to keep a cleaner space overall, because it also does help my headspace, helps my mood, and helps me feel like I have more clarity to be more productive for the day going forward, especially if I'm not feeling as productive normally because of the colder weather. And I'm just also a big believer that like your external space is a big reflection of your internal space. So I think that having a clean environment helps to have a clean mind and vice versa. Like if my room is really messy, I'm like, okay, I need to assess what's going on because clearly I'm feeling very scatterbrained. It allows me to keep my internal space pretty, even though I wish I could be going outside to a reservoir in the sun on a boat to have a pretty environment. You know what I'm saying? Want to know the harsh truth that I just realized and need to swallow? If I'm doing like Christmas themed videos, like I need Christmas decorations. And when I tell you we don't have one up in our house, like we don't. So I'm gonna work on that. But next tip is to just honestly like enjoy the cozy parts of the season and just like honestly just make the best of it. There's still like seriously so many fun little things and like cozy things that come because of this time of year, like warm blankets, fuzzy socks, warm drinks, warm meals, like winter activities, like Christmas specials on TV or whatever, like Christmas movies. Like there are like fun things that are special to like only this time of year that we can just like see the beauty in and find the beauty in it and enjoy it and just enjoy it for what it is and make the best out of the time. Like for me, I really do like skiing. I don't like cold weather and I don't really like the winter, but that's something that I'm able to like appreciate winter for, is because I'm like, okay, well, like at least I can ski. There's like different things that I can't do year round that can only be done in these months. So yeah, and this is like one of my favorite warm meals lately. Kind of just like a meat sauce, and I put it over chickpea pasta. It's so good, and there's a bunch of vegetables in here. So yeah, like there's nothing better than like being able to enjoy just like a warm meal on a chilly day. And like, can we talk about a hot matcha latte though? So just look a little harder and find the things that you do genuinely enjoy about the colder months that can bring you some joy, and try to implement them in your everyday to brighten up your day. This lighting is rather intense, but it leads me to my next tip, is to do your best to get some sun / be outside. And I know this isn't always easy, and it's like kind of contradictory because this whole point in this video is that it's like usually cold in like winter. But even if it's not super warm outside but it's sunny, don't underestimate the power of just dressing warm and getting outside. Like the sun does absolutely like so much for my mood, allows me to soak up some vitamin D, all the good stuff, and fresh air just always makes you feel so good too. So just being outside and having outdoor time just helps so much with like our physiological health, but also our mental health. And honestly, like even if it isn't sunny and it's still kind of cold, like I would still try to get outside if you can, even if it's just for like a 15 to 20 minute walk. Because like I said, like I just feel like that's the thing that compounds, that really gets to me in the winter months, is like not enough outdoor time and not enough time in the sun. And so I try to just go like in the middle of the day or like the warmest part of the day if I can, so it's just a little bit more enjoyable. If you are in a place like my hometown back in New York, where we have like 20% of our winter days actually have sun, so if that's the case and it's really hard for you to get any sort of sun, I definitely would recommend supplementing with some vitamin D. Of course, consult your doctor. I honestly take vitamin D regardless. I take 5,000 IUs daily just because vitamin D is such an important, crucial vitamin. They say it honestly mimics more so like acting as a hormone as opposed to like a vitamin, but we usually absorb that when the sun contacts our skin. So in the winter months where we're not having as much sun exposure, it's more likely and common to become deficient in vitamin C. Of course, again, do your own research, but supplementing with vitamin D can also definitely help you as well. As I say this, as I'm already cold, but my next tip is, I'm putting on my socks, to dress cozy for the gym. This seems like a small detail, but it helps me so much. I feel like this is so crooked with feeling like motivated to go to the gym. Like if I'm cold, I don't want to move from my current location, so I just like will bundle up, get in cozy clothes. In that, like majority of the time, that just means putting on layers, and then I'll shed, and then I'll still end up like in my normal gym clothes. But just getting to the gym in layers helps me so much just to feel like cozy and warm. And I'm like, okay, I'll get in the car, and then it just helps me get there and feel more motivated. So don't underestimate the power of cozy clothes.
Oh shit.
Guess what we gon' play? I have so many emails. Ah, that was so dramatic, but I have a good handful to respond to. I'm just gonna listen to Big Booty Remix number 15. Because what else is there left to do? Wow. Skirt, skirt. All you have to do is right along. We're just staying really efficient with this video, getting to the point. Next tip is to go to the gym. With my last note, try to go to the gym while it's still light out if you can, if that's possible with your schedule, with your work schedule. I'm not the greatest at this because I always end up going to the gym so late. It at least helps me when I'm leaving the house when it's still like semi-bright out. It's not always bright when I leave the gym, but leaving when it's still bright outside just also again helps me stay motivated to go and like feel more excited to go, I guess, if you will. And then my 7th tip, while we're here, I don't know if you guys know or realize, but the winter solstice is on December 21st, and this is a little weird thing. This isn't anything tangible for you to do, but it's just like a little, I don't know, note to keep your spirits up. But like right now, obviously the days are getting shorter until December 21st. Then each and every day is getting longer until June 21st for the summer solstice. So it's such a minor detail, but it always like really makes me happy. Like, cause I don't know, December 21st is like, that's like when you're like, dang, like we're getting deep into winter, like here we go. But the thought of like that each day is getting longer from that point forward, like just gets me like excited and hopeful. I'm like, we're making progress every day, people. And then my last tip for you guys is to just like enjoy and appreciate like the season and phase of life, if you will. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, there's always good things in less favorable situations. So like there definitely are so many positives that's still involved in the season, and just like recognize these winter months for like the beauty that they hold. And you know, it might not be your preference, but it still does hold so much beauty. And like these colder months provide like contrast to get us to understand like how special and lovely summer months are and warmer months. And I just feel like more than anything, just like the literal seasons like represent the seasons and cycles that happen in life. So it's like we need these lower points of like rest and kind of a hibernation mode, and like these low, I don't know, like lulls or lower parts of the year, I don't know how to say it, but to help us provide contrast for those higher highs or when it's warm out and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know, I think just overall, like, do your best to just like try to recognize the beauty and understand that we need these less favorable times to just like seamlessly complete the whole in terms of just like the flow of life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go work out, I'm gonna do some upper body, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, day 2 of Livfiitmas. Day 3 will be out this coming Monday. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe if you did enjoy this video or want to see more on this Livfiitmas series. We're on the road to 50K, baby. I'm gonna keep saying it because we is. And I'm sending you guys so much love, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.